inshallah we'll do Ayat number 172 of Surah AlBaqarah. So we'll do a simple translation first. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing those who have believed by saying, Ya ayyuhalladina, O those of you, Amanu, who have believed, Kulu, eat. This is like a command, an order. Eat. Min tayyibati, of the pure things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. Eat of the pure things. Ma razaqnakum, that what we have given you as a rizq, as a food, as a provision. Washkuru lillahi, and be thankful. Do shukr for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In kuntum, if you are, iyyahu, only to him, ta'abudun, those who worship. So if you worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you are required to eat the halal, tayyib, pure food that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided as rizq to you. Okay? So with that we will try to understand inshallah. So some few things to recall. The word ya, it means O, and this is a harf-e-nida. Harf-e-nida is something that you use to call someone. Okay? If you want to address someone, you want to talk to someone, first you say ya, so you draw the attention. For example, you say ya Allah, which means you want to address Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by starting the statement by ya, O. So addressing or inviting the attention before you say something. Okay, that's calling. Okay. Now the other word is ayyuha. So these two words, ayyuha, together they also mean the same thing, O, but it is a difference in the usage of those two words. When the next word, in this case, the next word is allazina. Allazina has al before that. So whenever the next word has al before that, then you use ya ayyuha. If the next word doesn't have an al before that, then you use ya. So meaning for these ya and ya ayyuha is the same thing, which means O. When we use them, depends on the next word. For example, you say ya ayyuhal muzammil. Al muzammil has al before that. So the word is ya ayyuha. Okay. Ya ayyuhan naso. Al naso, which is al before. So you say ya ayyuhan naso. Okay. Same thing, ya ayyuha allazina. So al is there. So ya ayyuha. If al was not there, then you only use ya. Okay. Except there is one difference. In the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is al before that. There we don't use ayyuha. We only say ya Allah. O Allah only. We don't say ya ayyuha Allah. Okay? So other than that, any other word that comes in the Quran, if it has al before that, then the meaning of ya ayyuha is O. O you. So this meaning is, you can say, oh, you. You means you people, you are addressing someone by saying, oh, you. Okay? And these are written together. Ya ayyuha, you can write down this together like this. Ya ayyuha. Okay? Then the next word after that is Allazina. So allazina, we have seen that before, but just one more time. Its original word is lazi. Lazi means he or it. Okay. And its plural is lazina. Lazina means those. It's plural. Okay, so when you put ya or no at the end of lazi, it becomes lazina. So this is singular, he, and lazina is plural, those. Okay. And when you put al before that, al means some special group of people. Those, those, which we are specifying. So alladina, those, okay, and those here is some special group of people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing here in this ayat a group of people, some special group of people. Okay? So the next word is going to define who are those special group of people. Okay? And then, so always whenever you see in the Quran, Allazina, there will be a definition of those people. Those people, now who are those people? So this ayat says those are the people with the word amanu. Okay, so let's look at those words. Okay. So the next word is amanu. Okay. So let's look at the beginning of this. That word starts with these three letters, alif, mim and nun. These are the root letters. Amana. Amana means to have peace. Like aman means peace. Okay. So amana, to have some peace. Okay. Now these are three letters. All the words in Arabic start with three letters, and they belong to this group we call fa'ala. Any three letters that start have this group, name is fa'ala. We make bigger words by adding more letters. So if I add an alif in there, it becomes af'ala. So this will become alif, mim and nun. I just added one more alif in the beginning. Okay? So now these are two alifs, and they will be pronounced as amana. This is amana, but this is amana, because there are two alifs. These two alifs can also be written like that. Okay. One hamza and one alif. It's in Arabic. You can, two alifs you can write like that. And also in like Indo-Pak Quran, you can write down like this. Two alifs can be written with one alif and little alif on top of that. Okay. So all these are okay. It's just different way of writing. Okay. So meaning of these words is to believe. Okay. The meaning is to believe. Amana is to have peace. Amana, the stretching, means to believe. Okay. So this is amana. So these are the three and the four basic letters. Now, if I take this word amana, I'm going to use the Arabic word amana here. Okay. Amana. Okay. And I start putting the harakats on them. Okay. The harakats like that. First one has a fatah, second has a fatah, and the third has a fatah. Amana. Amana is the grammar of third person. Okay, which means he believed. Okay, when you put three fathahs, it becomes third person past tense. Amana. Okay. Amana means he believed. One person, third person. Amana. Okay. If I put a vav at the end, okay, so this will become a, and then sound like that, amanu. This becomes the plural. They believed. Okay, this means they believed. And in writing, we put a vertical line like this with a little circle on it. This is called alif a wiqaya, alif of separation. It is not pronounced, it is always written with the plural. So this alif is just written there. Okay? So for one person, it is a, ma, na. For more than one person, you add a vav as a plural and pronounce amanu. Amanu means they, some group of people, plural, believed. Okay? So that is the word in the Quran here. Ya ayyuhallazina, O you or O those, they believed, or to make a proper English, we'll say who believed. Okay? So this will be who believed. Okay? So now we can take out this and now we make a sentence here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhallazina, O those or those people who believed, who have already believed. It's a past tense. So address of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only to the believers, those who have accepted the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they have become believers. So you will see a lot of ayats that start with these three words in the Quran. Ya ayyuhalladina amanu. So addressing and talking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with the believers only. Selected group who have submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is Ya ayyuhalladina amanu. Now, interestingly, there are people who do kufr. There are people who do nifaq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not address them directly. There is no ayat which will say, Ya ayyuhallazina kafaru, or those of you who disbelieved. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not talk to them. See, addressing or talking is only to those who have submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who have believed. Okay? When he talks about the disbelievers, it's innal lazina kafaru, those people who did kufr. Not addressing them, but talking about them. Indeed, those people who did kufr. But when amanu comes, then it's a direct talking to those people who have believed. So, Ya ayyuhalladina, O those who have believed. So imagine that if you feel that you have believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then in this ayat, Allah is talking to you. He is talking directly to you without any medium in between, without any source. He is communicating with you by saying, oh, those of you who have believed. Okay? Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving an instruction or a command or anything else He is telling you. So here the next word is kulu. Okay? So this starts with these three letters, alif, kaf and la. Okay? Akala. This means to eat. Okay? Akala means to eat. Now, I'm going to go a little bit more details here, that if you have these three letters, fa, and lam, fa'ala means to do. Okay? And if I put a kasra here and sound like that, if al, if I put an alif with a kasra, which I'm adding, it was not a part of these, I'm just simply adding an alif there. If al, by making this grammar or this kind of word combination, adding an alif with a kasra and pronouncing as if al, this is a command, an order. And how do you write in English order? If you say someone do, you are issuing an order. Okay? If al. So that is the rule of making a command. Okay? Now, as I said that, as a rule we just learned that if I add a waw at the end and an alif which is not pronounced, okay, it becomes a plural. Okay, just like we learned amanu, amana was for one person, amanu was for more people. So adding a waw becomes group, people. So this will become if alu. If alu, you are talking to here one person, single person, and here you are saying the same thing to plural. If alu, if I'm telling all of you, do something, then in Arabic I would say if alu. Okay? Now, here, alif, kaf and lam means to eat. Okay? Now, we can make, if I want to tell all of you, eat. Okay? If I want to tell all of you, go ahead and eat. Then I will have to use the same rule here on these three letters. Okay? But in this case, this first letter, alif, is a weak letter. In the pronunciation, it is not pronounced. So this word which is left right now is kulu. Okay, if you take out the alif, then two letters are left. So take out the alif from there. So it is only left as kulu. Kulu means eat. It's a plural. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing those who have believed and telling them eat. Okay. That is what the word is, eat.
Just one question. When we did alif, mim, noon, it said to have peace. And then alif, mim, noon together, again, it was to believe. So there was no link between the two, but here there's a link.
That was the past tense, right? Okay, so what we did there was a different rules applied. Initially, we had this letter, alif, mim and noon, right? Okay, and they belong to a group of Arabic words which have only three letters in them. So that this had some meaning to be in peace, right? Now, we have not gone into the grammar yet, but in Arabic, you can add bigger words by adding more letters. So one group of words can be created by adding an alif in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So this gives you two alifs, right?
Yeah.
So we have not gone into grammar yet. We are one level above that. We are creating bigger words. We have not created any grammar yet.
You know what I'm saying? Like for akal and kulu, we had a link to eat and eat. Whereas for aman and for amanu, they were like two different meanings. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm saying, that this is a grammar. Okay. This is when in this case we are not creating a four-letter word.
Okay.
Yeah. We are still staying with this first group
Okay.
of three. Okay.
But where's Aleph when? Is it disappear?
So it's weak.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
So this alif is actually the part of the three letters here.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not creating alif, kaf, lam.
Correct.
So here I'm not even going into this one.
Correct. No, but from E, where's Aleph?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying that.
Yeah.
This, because alif is a weak letter, there are three weak letters,
Correct.
vowels. Alif, waw, and ya. So whenever they come in these three letters,
Okay.
some sound changes and
I
something
see,
gets
because
dropped.
they-
Okay. For example, if you look at this one, kaf, waw, and lam. This means to say, right? When you say Qul huwallahu ahad, what happens? Waw gets dropped. And there are rules. We have done that and I'll repeat later on. But weak letter either falls off or its sound changes. Okay? In this case, waw completely fell off. Okay?
Okay.
So here the meaning of Qul is say. That's order. Okay? Just like in this case it is Kul, eat. Alif fell off. Okay? So it's following the similar rules there, okay? But this is totally
Yeah.
different here. Nothing fell off here.
Yeah.
Okay? So
For singular, the word will be kul,
Kul.
to eat. It will be kul.
No,
For
yeah,
kul.
yeah, Kul, yeah. Okay? So here the plural, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing why plural? Because amanu is a plural. Those who believe. Allazina is plural. So because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking collectively, so he's saying you all eat. It's a command, you all eat. Okay? And then next word is what to eat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us what is that we want to eat. Okay? So the root letters again starts on ta, ya and ba. Okay? These are three letters. Okay? Now all three letters belong to this group, fa'ala. Okay? We have another group of, now I'm taking about this group of where we just take the middle letter and put a shadda. This is another category of letter. Okay? In one category of 4 letters, we added alif. This is another group of letters where we just put a shadda on the middle letters. And there are many, many examples of that. Allama means to teach, kazzaba means to lie. So middle letter has a shadda. So when we put the middle on this middle letter a shadda, this becomes ta, ya and shadda. Shadda on ya and ba. And this we pronounce tayyib or tayyiba. What's the meaning of this? Meaning is to purify. Tayyiba means to purify, to clean, to make pure. What's a kalama tayyiba? Pure word. Okay, so tayyiba means to purify, to clean something. Okay? And something which has become cleaned and pure is called tayyibatun. Or we call tayyiba. When we stop, we pronounce tayyiba. Tayyiba is actually the word, full word is tayyibatun. Okay? If we stop pronunciation, we don't pronounce this ta and noon here, two dhammas, and we sound like ha. So we say tayyiba, kalima tayyiba. Okay? So tayyibatun is the word. Tayyibatun means pure thing. One thing, only one object. Something which is pure and clean, we call tayyibatun, or if it is a pure word, we say kalima tayyibatun or kalimatun tayyibatun. If we start, we say kalima tayyiba. Okay? So tayyibatun means one clean, pure thing. Okay? Its plural is tayyibatun, which is written like this one. Tayyibatun means pure things, many things, plural. Okay, so that's how it is written. Tayyibatun. That's the full word, correct word. Okay. So tayyibatun means pure things or clean things. Okay, all those things which are pure and clean. Okay. Min means from. Min means from. And min is a harf jar, it changes these two to a kasra. So the word becomes min tayyibati. The meaning is of the pure things, from the clean things, from pure things. Okay.
Shouldn't it be tayyibatin?
So yeah, so in this case it's tayyibati. Yeah. The plural is tayyibatun, but with this min it becomes a singular. Okay. And there are only a few cases like that. So min tayyibati, from the pure things. So eat kulu from pure things. Okay. So what are the pure things? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next ayat, few ayats explains. Okay. What are the pure things? What are the clean things which you are allowed to eat? Okay. And that's actually the next ayat after that, which we'll do later. But at this point, just one word, tayyibatun or tayyibati. Okay, and then this is the word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using, but there are explanations. What are those things which are pure, which are clean? Okay, so but here the instruction is that do not eat from those things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says are not pure, are not clean. Okay. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving further definition by saying ma razaqnakum. So let's look at those words. Okay, so ma has two meanings. Ma, one meaning of ma is not. And another meaning of ma is that which. Or whatever. Ma means that which or whatever. Okay, so you can also say whatever. So that is the meaning which is going to be used here in this word ma. That which. Then the next word is ra, za and qaf. 3 root letters. Ra, za, qa means to provide. Ra, za, qa means to provide or to give. Sustenance, provision, rizq. Ra, za, qa. Okay. So if we have, going back to, if we have 3 letters, fa, ain and lam, fa'ala means to do. Okay. And if we combine these 3 letters like that, fa, al, and we add a noon, alif from our sides, and pronounce fa'al na. This became the meaning of we did. So in English, if you want to make it past tense and first person plural, you say we did. Okay. In Arabic, what you do, you take the 3 letters and you put a na after that. Okay. So that's how you make the grammar of first person plural we and past tense. In Arabic, you take the three letters and put a na at the end. Fa'alna means we did. Okay. So if you do the same thing here, you have razaqna. Razaqna. You just add it, na. The meaning will be we provided. It will be we, plural, provided. And we here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So for himself, he is using the plural. Okay? Because here the speaker in this ayat is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he is the speaker, and for himself, he is using we, plural. Okay? So razaqna means we, past tense. We provided, which means he has already provided. Okay? And then the next word is, this is attached with that is kum. Kum means you, and plural means you all. Okay? So razaqnakum is the word in the Quran. Razaqnakum means we provided you. Plural. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we provided you. Now notice that who is you here? You is pointing to Amanu. Those who have believed. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to those who have already believed in Allah, and Allah is addressing them by saying, you, we have provided as a rizq from those things which we have provided you. Eat of the pure things, clean things. Okay? So there may be some things among them which Allah doesn't want us to eat, kulu. Okay? But here, so is specifying that out of all the things we have provided you, you eat only what is tayyibat, what is pure, what is among the pure things. You are allowed to eat. And this is a command, this is an order. So there is no choice for the listener. We have to follow because it's an order for us. Okay? So that is one statement. That Kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum. And then in the next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala breaks down what are the pure things. Okay? But before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do one more thing. Okay? Not only that we eat the pure thing, but there is one more thing He wants us to do. So let's look at that. Okay? So the next word is wow. Wa means and. Wa means and. Then the next word starts with these three letters. Shakara. Sheen, Kaf and Ra. And this means to thank. And we know these words. We say shukr. Shukr means thank. Thanking someone. Okay? Grateful. The root letters are Sheen, Kaf and Ra. And the meaning of these three letters is Shakara. Okay? Now I want to spend a few extra minutes to learn one thing here. And the reason I picked these to learn something in detail is because these are three letters, Sheen, Kaf and Ra. And there is no Alif, Ya or Waw in there. Those are weak letters. Remember that in the kulu, there was a weak letter alif. So I didn't use. This is a command. Kulu is a command. Eat. Okay. So it followed the same rules, how to make a command, how to make an order. But because there were weak letters, I'll pick up that later on. So I want to use these 3 letters to learn how to make a command. Okay? So shakara. So I'll go over few steps here. This means to think. The first thing that we always do in the grammar, we take these 3 letters and we write down them together by combining like that. Okay? Now we need to pronounce them. So if I put one fataha on each of them and pronounce as shakara. Shakara brings the meaning of he, third person, and past tense. He thanked. Okay. 3 fathas, fa'ala, he did. Shakara, he thanked, or he was thankful. Okay, so the 3 fathas on each letter bring the meaning of third person and past tense. Okay. Now, if I do this way, if I put a ta in the beginning, okay, and keep these 3 letters like that, if I add a ta in the beginning, okay, and now I have to put some harakas to pronounce. So if I put a fatha on this one, a sukoon on that one, and a dhamma on and a dhamma. Okay. So what different meanings this kind of combination brings? Just put a ta in the beginning. This brings the meaning of you think. It's a present tense. You are thinking. Okay, you think. Okay, that is the meaning by putting a ta in the beginning. You bring the meaning of telling someone you're thankful or you're thanking one person. Okay. Now, if I put a wow and noon at the end, okay, and I'm going step by step because something we want to learn here. So this will become what? Tashkuruna. Tashkuru is already there. I added una. This becomes the plural. Okay? So this will be you all thank. This was one person, singular. So that's how we build slowly the meanings. Tashkuru, you thank, one person. Tashkuruna, you all are thankful. You are thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tashkuruna. Okay. So the word is tashkuruna. Tashkuruna, you thankful. You are thankful. Now also notice that what is the meaning of order or command? Command is always given to the person who is in front of you. You give command to someone who can listen to you. You cannot issue an order to someone who is not listening to you. You can suggest that he should do it like that, or he must do it like that. But if you want to tell someone who is you are talking to, you are saying, do it, okay? Or go, or eat. That's the command, okay? Or you can order the person by saying, be thankful, okay? Do thanks, okay? So that's an order. So we make command from these words. Okay. And the rule for making the command is that you drop these three letters. Okay. You remove those three letters from there. So what is left is sheen, kaf, and ra. And wa, actually you can, for plural you can leave the vav there. So this will become sheen, ru. Okay. And this sheen has a sukoon on it. We put an alif to make it pronounce ushkuru. That's how, this is a little bit detailed, but that's how you make the command. You remove ta and noon and put an alif. Ushkuru is command to everybody saying be thankful. Thank. Okay, so that's the word here. Va ushkuru and thank, or be thankful. Eat of the good things and be thankful. Okay. Ushkuru and be thankful. Ushkuru means be thankful. Washkuru and be thankful. Eat from the good things and be thankful. Okay. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, be thankful to whom? That's the next word is lillahi. Okay. So the word is Allahu. Allahu is the full word. Okay. And the li before that means for. Okay. So this word lillahi comes a lot in the Quran. Lillahi ma fis samawati ma fil ard. Lillahi. Lillahi means for Allah. The original word is li, which means for, and the original word is Allahu, means Allah. When you combine these, this letter lam has the effect and changes this to a kasra sound. It's a harf jar, and you don't pronounce this alif. So now you combine lam with lam, it becomes lillahi, for Allah. Alhamdulillahi. Okay. All the praise is for Allah. Lillahi is the same word here. That's how it is created, by the combination of these two words, lillahi, for Allah. So here is the same word. Be thankful to Allah or be thankful for Allah. Okay? So here the meaning will be, for proper English, it will be to Allah. Be thankful to Allah. Okay? So eat of the good things and be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Washkuru lillahi, and be thankful to Allah. Okay? Then the next word is in. Okay? In means if. It's a conditional statement. In means if. In means if. Okay? Then the next word starts with these three letters, kaf, vav, and noon. This means to be. Kaf, vav, noon means to be. Okay? So again, remember that in these three letters, waw is a weak letter. So when we make the grammars, something will happen to this waw. Okay? So the rule is that if you have these three letters, fa'ala, this means to do. And if I combine these three letters, fa and an and lam, and put these two letters, tum, at the end. Okay? And pronounce as fa'al-tum. Tum means you did. That's the grammar of making a past tense for you. Fa'al-tum, you did. So by adding tum at the end, brings the meaning of you and the past tense. So here, if I do the same thing, waw is a weak letter, so this will be kuntum. It will fall off. Kuntum means you and the past tense, so it will be you have been. Past tense of to be is have been. You have been, or you were, or you are continuously. If you have been, in kuntum, if you have been, or you were, or you are, and you can translate either way. So it's a conditional statement. In kuntum, if, and generally it is translated as you are, which is a continuous thing. In kuntum, if you are. Okay. And then after that is a word iya. We learned this last time. Iya means only. Iyyaka na'budu. You only. Ka means you. Iya means only. Okay. And who here in this case means him. So Iyyaka, you only. Iyyahu, him only. And him is pointing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you only him or only to him, okay, only him, okay. Then the last word of this ayat is, it starts with these letters, ain, ba, and dal. Abada, this means to worship. Ain, ba, and dal means to worship. Okay. And going back to the rule again, if we have these three letters, fa, an, and lam, means to do. If we put a ta in the beginning and guna at the end, and leave the three letters, taf'aluna, fa and la, this means you do. Present tense and you all, plural. So that's how you make the grammar for plural. Taf'aluna. Okay. Taf'aluna means you do. Or you are doing. Okay. Present tense. Taf'aluna. Okay. So if I apply those three extra letters on these words, ta in the beginning and guna at the end, this will become ta'buduna. Ta'buduna means you worship. ta'buduna means you worship. Okay. So Allah is saying here that be thankful to Him, eat from the good things, if you worship Him only. If you worship only Allah, if you think that you are worshipping some idols or something else, that's a different thing. But if you claim that you worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then follow these instructions, follow these commands, that eat of the good things which He has given you, and be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only if you worship Him. Okay, that's what the meaning of in kuntum iyyahu ta'budun. If it is only Him you worship, okay, then you have to follow these commands of eating of the good things and being thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So inshallah with that we'll stop today. Continue next time.